In sales, you're going to meet some really tough people, whether they are a client of yours. And certainly for me, I'm in recruitment, so I'll deal with difficult clients and I'll deal with difficult candidates. And my suggestion to anyone in a sales role when you're dealing with difficult people is that 9 times out of 10, it's almost never really worth it. Because the reality is the US commercial scene is so big that there are plenty of other fish in the sea. So my suggestion to you is when you deal with people that start becoming difficult to you, it's really important to nip that behavior in the bud as soon as you possibly can. Like the minute the client or the candidate starts freaking out at you, starts to not be compliant, starts to not tell you things, try your best. What I try to do is at least explain to them in a very this type of manner, right? Very kind of blunt and direct manner with this sort of downspeak, authoritative voice is, I'm going to walk you through why I'm asking you certain questions and letting you know that this is how I work because of X, Y, and Z. I do think it's important to at least try to communicate. And if the person just isn't hearing you, is not having it, then the best solution I genuinely think is to walk away from that situation. Like, thank you so much for your time. I'm glad that we had a minute to catch up about this conversation. The reality is I have my own process and I have my own way that I work. I spend a lot of time with my candidates and my clients. And unfortunately, due to the time investment that I make into all of my relationships, if you don't understand my process, if you can't even really understand why I run my business in such a way after I'm explaining to you, then we just might not see eye to eye. Now, I'm happy to answer any more questions if you have any more questions. But the reality is if you don't have any more questions and you're simply not aligned with my strategy, that's perfectly fine. I wish you luck, and maybe you should reach out to this person or this person instead. Wish you well. Thanks for your time. Goodbye. Keep it simple. Keep it nice and light and simple. The best thing to do, again, in a situation where you just cannot reach a level of communication and mutual understanding and respect, you're probably never going to reach it. Like if you can't get to a rational place very quickly with people, because guaranteed most customers you'll deal with, they might have had a bad experience with another vendor. So they might be taking on some of that angst against you, which is totally understandable. But once you explain yourself and walk them through how you work and they still cannot get over their angst and the trauma that they have with other salespeople, you're not going to fix that. Like that is a Herculean task. You're not going to fix someone's deeply seated prejudices against salespeople. So again, the best thing to do is to exit in a professional manner.